Good afternoon, NADA, and welcome back to day 2. We're here on the Dominion DMS Valued Partner stage, and I am with Doug Fuller. He's the Vice President of Business Development for CarDr. So you're going to teach us how to heal vehicles.
I'll do my best.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get started with CarDr. So it looks like something that might plug into a port on the vehicle. Is that fair?
It does. Every vehicle that is manufactured in the last few years has a onboard inspection port.
Okay.
So our device is brand new. It's the fastest and most precise and most inspective of any of the companies that work.
So you get more data than any other company? Okay.
We do.
All right, good.
And we do that a couple of ways. The first thing is when you plug it in versus all of our competitors, Sharon.
Yes.
We go, as soon as we access our server portal, we pull the actual library for the car.
Okay.
So there's a big difference in the actual library because who knows the car better than the people that built it? So if you're looking at, let's say, a 2013 Chevrolet Equinox, in 15 seconds or less, we access the server, we come back and we give a concise report to the end user with even people with very low skill levels as far as technical and automotive are concerned, and we will show them that this car has these problems, this is how much labor it's going to take and parts to repair it, and then we package it up in a very nice report form at the end that they can always have when they reference their login, and they can send them and negotiate with the customer, or their managers can have an absolute real-time idea of what's going on with all their department managers.
So the owner of the Equinox would also get something that looks like this on their phone.
It can be used or it can be withheld.
Okay.
You know, that's the discretion of the dealership.
Sure.
But
sometimes too much information is not good either. Right.
But what it does, you know, our slogan is we stay true to the car.
Okay.
So, you know, there's so many software offerings out there that you get maybe a partial inspection of the car and many other things. And that's one of the things that attracted us about Dominion is we do very similar functions. We do one thing extremely well, and that's follow the car faster, deeper, and wider than anybody else.
Okay.
So 13 seconds is the fast part.
Wow.
Deeper is we do 50 protocols. 50 electronic control units are accessed by us, and then we do 138 manufacturer protocols.
Wow.
So that's a lot of data.
Yeah.
But to be truthful, if you have a 2-day on the job manager, if they can open a garage door opener, we've made it that simple to plug this device into the car and right here give them exact data on what they need to make a proper decision.
Wow. So this then does not stay in the car?
No, it's removed as soon as they get the report data, and they can transfer from car to car. Now, one of the things that we're quite proud of is this device has a dual chipset in it, and it uses all the, you can't see it underneath here, it uses all the 16 pins.
The pins, yeah.
So why is that important? Well, if you're at a Mercedes store and you plug the device in, and that car with no check engine light, the adaptive cruise control module is malfunctioning. So they're busy. They don't even test drive the car, but they've got a $3,500 module that's bad that they don't know about. We catch it.
You know about it.
We catch it because Mercedes might have chosen to put that information on pin 1. Then the next car that they look, the guy's deciding, my wife don't want to drive a diesel anymore. Let's go get her a Mercedes. So he brings his F-250 in.
That's quite a shift.
And he's got a controller module on his diesel engine that's going out as well, but it's on pin 14. So bringing it home, our competitors kind of do bulk dumps.
For the manufacturer of
No, they do bulk dumps, just kind of like throwing a net out into a body of water, hoping there'll be some fish when they get them back. Okay? And they'll many times only read on 3 or 4 pins. Well, I just told you what happens
16,
with us with
right.
16, and you plug in, and in 13 seconds, I'm identifying that you've got a $3,500 adaptive cruise control problem. Yesterday, I had a Ford dealer come to us, and they said, we got to have this. And they said, this would have prevented our disaster. I said, what disaster are you talking about? He goes, I'm ashamed to admit it. But he said, we didn't have your device a couple of days ago. We took in a Ford diesel truck. We took a $21,000 loss on it because once it belonged to us and it got in our inventory, we had a shopping cart of things that were wrong, and there was no check engine light, so we put all the money in it. And he said, Doug, this kind of loss is not sustainable to us.
Right.
So one of the things that I loved when I got to meet Todd and Nikki and some of your group in our first preliminary session was that you guys, it's efficiency, flexibility, and help me out, Sharon.
More choices.
More choices, yeah. And
I got quizzed on that yesterday.
But our faster, deeper, and wider is a little easier for my croc brain to get. But one of the things that I loved is that your guys in our first planning session said, hey, we're integrating with you, and we'll put this report can be attached to any of the records that you guys have for Dominion. And then what I really loved is they said, as we go further into this, to keep it from going through, dealers are having a terrible time getting service department people.
Right, technicians
yep. that are reliable. And a lot of times they're busy like any of us. They go, they're just trying to get this CPO card, just check, all the 160 things. And that new technician that they assigned that duty, he may have never rolled the windows up and down. Our system will tell you that the window regulator's going out. So where it becomes hugely important is if it's a CPO car.
Right.
They're supposed to be perfect.
That's right. Yeah.
And they head out on vacation with the kids and they roll that window down and it's raining. You know who pays for that, Sharon?
The dealership.
It's that general manager, and even beyond that, the the customer service index disaster.
Right. Yeah.
And, so that's kind of what we do. I wish I had more to tell you. Yeah.
Insurance.
It's insurance, and it's a direct key. I will tell you on this stage in front of the audience today, any manager that'll be consistent and plug it in on every car, at a minimum, they're going to make $100,000 to $200,000 extra gross profit selling the same amount of cars. Why, Doug? Because you're not paying someone else's doctor bill.
Yeah. So if they're going to make an extra $100,000 to $200,000, and most of them have some component of their compensation that's related to the bottom line, it's a win all around.
It's
right?
a win. We will never cost an active user dealership a dime.
Yeah.
Because our average scan is a $5 scan.
Yeah.
And there's just no way, because NADA themselves talks about in the 30,000 range for just batteries to recon used cars. And our system will tell them when the battery's going bad before they ever buy the car.
Yeah, we have to think about that part of it as well. let me see. I think you have a couple other
Yeah.
some results.
Kind of jumping back.
Yep,
Yeah.
some results.
We're actually at 15 seconds.
Oh, you got faster.
We're faster. We have 50 electronic components on the car, or control units that we access, and then 160 million vehicles with our OEM libraries to support those.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
it updates seamlessly.
Okay. When a new vehicle or something changes?
When the new vehicle's released, we update the libraries. The software that they're using on their mobile phone is, you require a mobile app.
And is that Bluetooth into this?
It's Bluetooth into the reader device, and it's as easy as turning a garage door opener on.
So how many, how do you determine how many of these dealership needs? Is it one per technician, one per advisor?
That's a very good question. We require a minimum of one to access the server bank.
Okay.
We allow up to 6 at this point. We're very, very fair. We don't charge for seat licenses. So 6 readers could accommodate 15 managers.
Okay.
They just use these only, they have individual logins, and they use these only as a method to communicate between the software and the hardware.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Cool. And then I don't know if you already covered this or not, but it looks like a checklist of things that the software gives back.
Actually, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
This is a perfect example. Here a few weeks ago, we ran a scan on a 2010 Malibu.
Okay.
Now, I know there's industry speak, because I come from that industry, about investment grade. 2010 Malibus are not real high on the food chain.
Okay.
Okay.
It was not a very good year.
On a garden variety 2010 run-of-the-mill family car Malibu, we did a head-to-head competitive scan with one of our competitors.
Okay.
They hit 3 engine control units, 6 trouble codes. We did 8. We pulled 12. And here's the bottom line.
So these are all the ones that they missed.
The ones
so
that they
somewhere
missed.
between $970
$900 and $2,700, depending on what their parts cost is and availability. You know, and that's a huge thing too, that really is an unforeseen need with dealers. With all the supply shortages, I get stories all the time from dealers that they'll take a car in on trade that looks great, and then the problem pops up in service.
Well, just like your...
And we're obvious with that, but the hidden deal is sometimes the parts aren't always available. So they take a car in, and not only are they getting hammered for the cost of the parts, but it's sitting there just clicking away on their floor plan, and they can't retail it.
Yeah, wow.
So it's got just a,
you
know, my boss Sanjay talks about timelines, and it really is true. There is a unbelievable timeline in this transactional history that you can detour at so many places, but we stay with the car and love what you guys are doing, because it's a perfect complement.
Oh, well, we appreciate our partners, as I mentioned before, and we're thrilled to be partnered with you. It looks like you have a great solution that solves a lot of problems for dealers, makes the consumer experience better, drives down cost, increases their gross. What's not to love?
I love it. We're so pleased to be a part of the Dominion family.
Thank you, Doug. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I learned a lot, and I know our dealers will learn a lot from the video as well.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You guys have best of luck here today.